Also, dude, thank you for having me here.
Yeah, of course,
I know I just pulled up.
I
Hey,
know.
actually, I have a funny story. We'll get this one kicked off nicely. So
Welcome back. We didn't even say hi.
just, it's fine. You don't need to. This is not
Okay,
formal.
all right,
Everyone
fine.
knows we're out here just kicking it. When you hang out with your buddies, you're like, hey, guys, how's it? Like, when I come through the door, you're like, hey, man, how's it going? Welcome back. Do you say that to me when I walk through your garage door?
John.
These are buds.
These are buds. We're all buds.
Welcome back to the #1 podcast on planet Earth.
Yeah. Yeah. I wish, dude. Anyway, the story goes, so we're in Florida right now filming in Paul's fish dungeon.
Fish building, we call it.
Fish
I
building.
like fish dungeon.
I like fish
I
dungeon's
feel like
way
that
better.
that fits
Kinda
really
promiscuous.
well.
I like that. This is Paul's fish building. It's extremely impressive. And to be quite honest, like we were Caleb and I were filming in West Palm. You're always here. It's not a surprise that you're here. You
Yeah.
practically live with Paul, which, by the way, thank you for your service.
Yeah.
But Brenton's always here, but we're just kind of like in town for a little bit. And Brenton's like, oh, like we should film the podcast. We're here. Like, you know, you were down, which was dope.
You were our first guest.
And I hadn't been texting Paul at all. I'm like, we're going to Paul's. And I haven't texted Paul. And I'm like, I should probably text Paul. Be like, hey, is it cool if we come to your place? Sure enough, I texted you. And the problem is, and this is not just you. This is a lot of people. So, and I know you won't take this of any offense, but I was like, I don't have your number saved. But it's like a 5. What is the area code?
57. It's 561.
Yeah. Okay. So I texted a number in my phone that had that area code. And I was like, yo, man, I just want to impose. Like, you know, we're around, and Brenton had been saying you want to film a podcast, just to make sure, double checking. Didn't hear anything back. I'm like, maybe he's busy, or I don't want to come over without you greenlighting. I'm like, I'm not doing this. I feel weird about that. And so I'm like, that was weird. We're getting close. I'm like, probably just text him again. So I look at the text I just sent, and I'm like, oh, that's not Paul. Who did I just text that to? So I texted.
561.
Yeah, so it's no one you know. So I texted that. I texted like, yo, homie, like, is it cool if we come by? Don't want to impose, not trying to like step. Like I said something like that, just talking like a complete idiot. I texted it to Linda, our 60-year-old Airbnb house.
Oh.
Yeah, so like she's like thinking, what the is this kid talking about? So then I copied and pasted, then texted you and you replied immediately, and I felt better about it. So I'm like, what a idiot. It's just like such a stupid mistake that I would make. Just
You
like
text Linda back, or you just leave her hanging?
No, Linda left me on red.
Oh.
Linda said, just
Yeah.
go live in my house and then get out.
Well, she was blowing my phone up today.
You hit her
about
with
how
a
something about-
follow-up, or you just leave it at that?
No, I don't think she feels comfortable with me. It was
That's
like
funny. Well, what do you think of your Florida vacation so far?
so far it's gone pretty. I'm wearing had to change clothes today. We went and filmed one of those Disney videos, right? Because that's about the only thing that's keeping my channel afloat.
Disney
Yeah, Disney World.
fishing?
Yeah,
Disney
fishing,
World?
Fishing
Yeah,
in Disney
yeah.
World. Yeah, so we went there, and the last one we did, we kind of snuck around, but this one we like booked like the cheapest room in Disney, which is like a 5x10 camp spot, $120, and then you're in what is it called? Camp Wilderness, Fort Wilderness.
So it's somewhere where you pitch a tent, like
Yeah, it's
for
literally-
$120.
Yeah, so we went and bought a $40 tent. This is all for optics, just for fun. Bought a $40 tent at Walmart. Set the tent up. It's
Survival challenge at
It's-
Disney.
dude.
Oh,
we
so
were
you
talking
did
about
you did
that.
do a full skit and everything before you started
full
fishing.
skit, sold it, and then we were in, right? So now we can fish in Disney. We're cool. Like, we don't have to worry about anyone. That's my thing. I don't want someone to kick me out and breathe down my neck. So we were fishing the ponds for a little bit, and then they kicked us out of some of the ponds. I guess you can't fish even though you're in the park and you've paid the whatever. So we managed to get to some ponds you're allowed to fish, and we're fishing. The fishing sucks. I'm like, how does the fishing suck in Disney?
That's why I stopped fishing.
Dude,
Fishing sucks everywhere,
we-
dude.
we talked-
I've came to conclusion. It's like you maybe get a good day of fishing here and there, and otherwise it's garbage.
Paul, I don't think the fishing sucks. It's that there's some sort of unforeseen force that knows that
That's what
it's
it
not
is.
just fishing.
That's what it
It's
is.
that you rely on the fish to bite for a greater purpose. Like,
If you went with no camera,
That's
baller.
why. He is so freaking right.
if you went out tomorrow and just fished and like you
You'd
don't
slam.
film that, you just f them up.
Yep.
Yeah, but if you be
But
like,
if you go with a camera, that fish knows that you're filming up there. He sees the red button going like this, and he's like,
That's what I'm saying. They pass it around between all the others because normally they'll have a gathering meeting, and they'll kind of let everyone know.
though they're
But that's
put
what it is.
like, if I could talk.
John right now is very frustrated because another video went down the drain.
No, well, hang on. We persevered. We stuck with it, so it gets better. So like the fishing sucks. I'm like, hey, I'm glad that like Florida's mostly like 0 feet above sea level because I'm looking for a mountain to jump off of.
Uh-huh.
And which really bums me out because I would have just yeeted myself off a mountain. I told you that. I'm glad this is a good state.
I told you
I just now got that as like he's explaining. Like, wait.
Yeah, that was a jump off a mountain joke. Terrible taste I have of humor. Very dark humor. So I'm like, oh, this is cool. This is nice. Like, we're $120 deep in really more than that. We're thousands of dollars deep in this trip, whatever, plane tickets, whatever. And I can't catch a bass in Florida, let alone a private Disney pond.
I've got some ponds over here that you'll slam.
Don't say that.
I'm not kidding.
Don't jinx it.
We might get kicked out, might get arrested. But
tell another friend to go there. Not me, bro.
No.
Nah, I won't catch. You'll be like, how was it? I'm like,
No, I would go with you 100%.
Oh, let's do it. I'm down. Let's do that.
I haven't fished in like 4 years, and that was insane.
Is it just straight diesel, you think?
Diesel. You gotta throw big swim baits.
Oh, that sounds boring. Let's do that.
Yeah.
So, not catching in Disney.
Oh, my mic was kind of far.
And then it decides to just rain on us. And it just absolutely dumps. And cameras in like a Jewel Costco bag. And we're just sitting there not catching fish, getting rained on. It's so epic. You should have been there.
That's awesome. Sounds like a great time.
Yeah, so I'm drenched. I'm just my clothes are sticking to me.
Yeah.
And I'm not giving up. I'm not doing this.
That is not a mentality you normally have. So I'm very
no, normally I would hang it up and we'd be going to Denny's or somewhere that serves
waffles,
draft beer,
bridges.
Waffles. I don't know, anything warm or alcoholic. I would have really liked them on, but we kept through, persevered. The rain let up when we caught fish. Long story short, the trip has been rough so far. We've only been here for a day.
Well, hopefully the video does well, man.
I hope so too. Thanks, man. I appreciate that.
I hope the video does great.
Yeah, I know I sound like a whiny bitch when I bring this up, but I bring it up because it's a level of entertainment that
Well, no, I'm serious. I think we talked about this last podcast too. The reason why I stopped doing so much fishing isn't because I didn't love it, but truthfully because one, I found another passion. Obviously, this.
Yeah.
I don't do this because it's a career path. I love it, dude. You know what I mean?
Well, this is cool. Before you came here, Paul was gonna hibachi, and I'm just walking around looking at everything, asking Brenten he knows.
Yeah.
And but you do. You're here so often.
That's the thing. I pretty much live.
So I was I'm asking,
trying to answer questions.
It's cool, dude, and that's why I went from fishing to this. I was like, all right, this obviously is a lot easier to make videos, and I enjoy this, and I really don't have to do all that exact thing. Even though I love fishing, it's just, dude, there was so much to it. You put all that work, effort, money, time.
Too many variables.
Yeah, just to make one thing happen, that's making a video.
And the cool thing is you could be filming a video and you're not drenched to your dick and balls, which is dope. You don't get wet in here, which is great. And you don't have to worry about the fish is all you have to do is really, I don't want to say this, but what your main objective is to make sure the fish are happy, they don't die, and that you're keeping your viewers on their toes. I imagine you're always thinking of different
there's
fish.
definitely always
that would be the cool thing I would enjoy.
There's always another hook.
What fish could we do?
People waited on this pond for months and months and months, including myself.
Lake, dude.
Yeah,
you have a lake. You have an indoor lake, which is absolutely nuts.
It's unfortunate that I have well water, and the water's got to be a little murky. But
I know
the water itself is crystal clear. Yeah,
it's really nuts.
It's hard to explain.
It's almost like tannins.
It's like tannins, and I just bought that UV filter is $1,800.
Oh wow!
So that will help the tannins.
Wow.
It's gonna help with the tannins and get obviously.
So that's my question. It's not
the sun.
So
the sun from that window might get it. Algae everywhere.
For those of you who are watching, Paul's got tanks everywhere, and you guys know who.
Yeah, they're
Paul's
surrounding
videos.
the camera.
Probably more people who watch Paul's videos than Brent and I's, mine at least. But there's tanks everywhere, and his big tank is kind of tannic.
He's always roasting himself.
I'm just trying to be humble, almost to a default. What is that called when you're
I don't know if that's humble. I think that's
just pitying yourself. Anyway, that's not the point of the story. It's tannic, but that's not sediment, right?
No, it's
brown, or it's green, but it's not.
It's what do they call it? Sulfate.
Sulfuric.
I think it's sulfate or something that's in the well water, and that's what kind of stains it. It stains it, and it will kill it eventually. It takes a long time. And not only that, I'll put floss, filter floss, right over there. Hey, Jaquan, you want to grab me that filter floss?
That's what that is.
It's right there. Yep, looks like a mattress.
Looks like you're decorating for Christmas.
Yeah. So I'm gonna put a basket on the end of the return pump, and I'll put this in that basket, and that'll help just take out any it would look like that pretty much.
Okay, I gotcha.
So any debris, a lot of the so I don't know what the word is. The yellow.
Are you googling this?
My mic is over here. My mic.
Do you
the yellow stuff.
Do you have a little book? How do you get all this information? Do you got a little book, or do you Google?
No, you just kind of learn over time.
No, but you can't just what do you mean? Are you breaking
trial
ground
and
on
error?
this, or?
Oh, like what do you mean for projects?
Like, how do you know to floss your water, bro?
Oh yeah, just learn. It happens. I'm like, damn.
Different people.
I'm telling you what. Anyone in this hobby that says they've never made a mistake, you're full of shit. It's coming from me. I'm telling you right now, you're full of shit. You hear me?
Oh,
full of shit.
I bet a lot of folks are critical too. That's
Dude,
the problem.
everyone thinks they're so perfect. No, you're gonna run into problems in this hobby. It's part of it, and that's how you learn.
If a fish
I think
dies,
It is
the
truthfully
thing
how
is
you
fish
learn.
Dying is that's
Fish
the big
die.
thing.
Jumps out.
Yeah.
Things die on your totally your fault.
Yeah.
You know, filter problems happen. Water quality happens. Every single thing that happens in the hobby, you learn from. As long as
So when your bass died, it's okay.
yes,
it
I've had
happens.
4 bass die.
And you've really been tearing
I
yourself
had
down
one
about
for
that.
3 years, one for 4 years, one for a year, and the next one for like a week. The last one I had was like a week, and it was like 13
Well, I
pounds.
broke all those records. It took me 35 minutes for my bass that I
Well,
did.
I think your first one died, and then Demetrius, he also died. He jumped out the second we set up the tank.
I noticed how Paul just didn't say anything. That's okay. He just just completely silent. He's like 35 minutes, huh?
That's
I watched that
that's
video.
quick.
I watched that video. I was like, oh, Jesus Christmas. That thing's jumping out immediately.
Dude, I sat there with John. I was like, he's gonna jump.
No
out.
one. Okay, listen. Here's the thing. No one really gave me.
Did you at least eat it?
No,
If
we
we
put
were-
him way back in the pond, and I think he revived himself.
Oh, you swam away?
Kicked off strong.
Yeah.
yeah.
No. It was one of those things where, you know, it was poorly executed. How about that? Poor execution, and you know, no one really. Not to put the blame on you, Brenten, but I didn't feel like there was any sense of urgency to make sure the fish didn't jump out. You made it seem like it might have been okay.
No. I think I actually
put a
remember
couple-
saying
I
in
put
my
a couple
video.
2x4s
I
over.
go. By the way, this fish is gonna jump out by the time our podcast is over, and I said that on. I have it on the
It's
video.
uncanny 'cause it actually
And I go, you need to get one of these nets off Amazon, or they have them at Home Depot. Like we could get that.
Yeah,
And-
so I literally just did this pond.
and then I looked over at all the wood right there, and there's these. I'm like, well, we could put these over it. And Caleb's talking about how we can grab all these. All we end up putting over it.
These ones
is-
not jump out.
We
Well,
didn't
no.
even put over the pond. We
What-
put two
Hang on, I have
2x4s
a
over
question.
it.
I have a question. Did these?
No,
Paul's
they
got a
don't.
You're
tank
talking about different species.
They won't
It's
jump
like
out.
African cichlid won't jump out. Not at least not
Are you
when
sure?
they got a 6-inch gap to the
Can
surface.
we ask them? Let's ask one of them.
All right.
You know
Are
what
you
will
sure?
happen when you put 40 African cichlids in? You know, like the day or two after you put them all in, they'll for some reason show a lot of aggression towards like
They
one.
f each other up, right?
Yeah, like
Yeah.
towards like one. Back to action.
Yeah, but moral of the story, before the podcast did end, we did get
I
a
do
phone
feel-
call from Jaquan.
I do feel really bad about it, though.
And that was because Jaquan was letting us know that the bass jumped out.
It died. Yeah.
And I will admit, if he were to have jumped, where we did play stuff, we thought he may have ricocheted back in. But he did hit one of those rare maneuvers that they'll hit every once in a while.
The Gluck Gluck 460.
They'll hit the Gluck Gluck carpet croaker, and where
This
they'll
thing-
come
this-
up and
this
they'll
bass would've
reverse
been
in the air.
epic at, like,
Oh.
Tony Hawk Pro Skater.
You know, he would have killed it.
What are you doing?
I'm like the Gluck Gluck 460. My mic's like down here.
Give me your mic. I'll hold it for you.
Yeah.
The whole time I'm just holding this mic. No,
But
it's
yeah,
okay.
I have a net right there next to the pond, waiting for the day we move the fish.
Oh, for the big one.
The second we move the fish, net goes over for the first week or two.
Paul, I would recommend doing that.
Yeah.
I think John would know.
I
from
wouldn't ta-
experience. This
listen.
is one of those things.
Listen,
I've learned my lesson.
I wouldn't take any risks, okay? I'm not saying I would know from any sort of past experience, but you want a net over your pond, right?
That you would need.
Okay.
What's your favorite thing you've seen in this building so far?
Oh, yeah, dude. I love it.
I think that turtle you loved.
Hang
bro.
on. He asked me.
Yeah,
So-
but I don't think you can think of it.
Okay, so that turtle.
The Mata.
Yeah. Okay, can I get 2 guesses to where that's from?
Dude, you could tell me and I wouldn't even know.
You wouldn't even know. Cool.
No. I don't. Dude, that's one thing.
That thing's crazy. That's
That's
probably
one-
my favorite one.
That's
You're-
one
No,
thing.
it
I
looks
only
like a big
know
leaf.
Yeah.
certain animals and where those certain animals are from. Like Camp Kennan, my 2 minutes down the road, my buddy.
Yeah.
Dog, you can name any animal. He's like that.
See,
Where it's
I'm
Yeah,
a geek
that-
for that. I like
that's
that.
crazy.
I
I'm
like
like,
the origin
my
of
God.
fish.
No, it's not even like I've never read about it. I've read where Matamata's from many times. I
Don't
know
retain
everything
it.
it eats.
Yeah, I would say it's
Bro,
retaining that information.
yes, my head has so much other going on.
Yeah.
So many projects, so many thoughts. What am I doing next? Here's this. Businesses. I'm like, the last thing on my mind is where Matamata's from.
Yeah, true. It doesn't
Like,
matter.
like it just
And your
doesn't
audience
matter.
doesn't give a fuck, right?
No, like typically not. No, and
No.
and like I honestly, I share the information when I make that video.
And then
It's
that's
like-
it.
Of that.
And then that's
top.
it. Yeah. So like when I buy the Mata
Control,
Mata,
delete.
I'll do like when I got the eel, snowflake eel. I did what its diet is, where it's from,
Where's
where
he
you
at?
find, in that tank to the left
He's
right
in there.
there. He's small. He's
Okay,
very small.
okay.
He's in the rocks, but
Is he literally the size of a snowflake? Is
he's
that-
like that big.
okay, he's bigger.
No,
than
you'll
a
see him. We'll
snowflake.
hand feed him if you want when you're done.
Cool.
Like
The Mata.
Mata Mata.
Wow.
Yeah, you rolled your tongue. Mata. Is
Yeah.
that it? Okay.
Yeah.
He's cool. I like him. I like the red tails. Those are dope.
Yeah.
And
Yeah,
those
the
are going to the big
red
pond.
tails are sick. You saw the front pond?
Yeah.
That pond's
Yeah.
crystal
Yeah, the big
clear.
platinums.
Yeah. How is that crystal clear?
That's how this will be.
Okay.
That's what I'm
Oh,
saying.
because of this actual natural sunlight.
It's
is-
really weird. Like that water was this. Now the front pond happens a lot faster because of the rain.
Mm.
But
It's not so much the sunlight, but it's the rain.
Yeah.
And the sunlight.
I think I'm gonna make a makeshift funnel
Okay.
Huh?
to get rainwater into
Oh,
that pond.
That's tight. That's
yeah.
a whole video right there.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what's
Like
up.
in the ceiling.
Really?
Yeah, I was thinking about it.
He told me first before you.
I haven't told
Yeah,
him at
I
all.
haven't heard this.
Yeah, like a cup at the
you have
ceiling.
like a okay, yeah.
like a tray.
Where the rain
a
kinda
giant,
comes down and
gigantic
catches it.
tray, and
Think
it
of a
just
gutter.
swirls slowly. And then there's just a tube that comes out of the ceiling straight to the
We're gonna
pond.
make a whirlpool.
A whirlpool right
directly
into the pond.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like that.
And I could cap it. So, like, obviously the water's full. Cap the
Yeah.
whirlpool.
And then it just goes off into the grass or whatever.
Yeah.
Which, by the
That's
way,
probably never going to happen. But it was something I thought of.
I'll hold you to it. How about that?
I appreciate it.
Yeah. I'll just be sure to text you. And
Have I told you about the Amazon corner?
No. What's that?
Oh. Baby Gill.
I told him.
Spill.
I just didn't name it.
The
The,
Amazon
Amazon.
corner.
The Amazon corner.
Palm trees, the deck.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
That's what
The
it's gonna be
deck,
called.
the
The
deck
deck
on the
is gonna be
floor.
sick.
Is that what you're going for? Are you trying to make a little mini?
Oh, it's a mini.
Brazil?
I'm not even going for it. It's going to happen. Give me 2 weeks for that one.
Are we doing Arapaima in there?
Oh, Arapaima will be there.
Holy sh!
Yeah, for the first time ever, I'm actually going to put effort towards getting the permit. I've said it many times. I've always
What's that
wanted
like?
to.
Is that simple?
When they walk in and see this, yeah. Have you ever seen some of the stuff people get approved for keeping them?
So they want to make sure that the Arapaima is a good home. It's not no. It's
Yeah.
not so
I think
much as-
it's
It's the
inspecting,
educational
yeah.
stuff. So it's like I'm gonna claim that I'm being. I mean, I am. I make videos for a living, right?
Yeah.
I'm educating the audience on this fish, and where it's from, what it,
Yeah.
how powerful it is. Blah 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 blah.
Yeah. Well,
And they just want to make sure you're not going to do dumb shit with the fish, and they want to make sure that it has a good home, of course, and it has no other way to get
And then
any
you're not gonna-
any body
you're
of
not gonna
water.
let it
you and
go.
Arapaima go way back too.
Oh, we do. I got knocked out by an Arapaima before.
Yeah. Ended up on JRE all over. I remember
Yeah,
when you.
Snoop Dogg, the baby.
I was gonna
like
say, dude.
everyone.
Well, most importantly, Joe Rogan sat here and talked about it on his podcast.
You know what-
That's
what's so
insane. That to me is just insane.
You know what's so funny is just listening to people break down a situation that you yourself know, like what
You know
happened.
what's even crazier, John?
And,
Not
like,
to interrupt you.
No, interrupt me.
That video sat on my camera roll for a month.
I know you told me this. Yeah,
Dude,
it,
I
it
never-
was something that you were very like not.
That
interested
to me blows my mind.
It was
because
cool.
when we create something that looks viral,
Yeah.
we are like, dude, this is so viral, and we post it.
So you did not think it was viral, or is that just your mindset in the moment? Or you're just
No,
not feeling it.
First of all, we were filming someone else's YouTube video, one of my friend's YouTube videos, and I had my phone in my pocket, and I go to do this outro for him, and I'm like, yo, just film this on my iPhone, because it's gonna be cool as hell when it
Yeah.
knocks me out.
Yeah.
It's
So
great.
I just gave him my phone and did it. And then I was like, yeah, later on down the road, TikTok, I'm always looking for shit to post because I have nothing to post on
Yeah.
TikTok. I just don't film stuff straight up and down. So I was like,
Oh,
f
I
it, I'll
hate
post
that.
it. Posted it. Dude.
Bing bong, viral.
Yep.
went ballistic.
Went platinum.
No, but it was crazy how far that video went because whenever we were at the Animal Con thing, Forrest Galante was there.
Animal Con, is that like?
I told you.
I was about to shit on Animal Con. I'm sorry. I'm fucking sorry, dude. I was about to say, is that similar to Virgin Con? I'm fucking sorry.
Virgin Con.
Keep going. It's probably
No, there-
really cool. I
that-
would love to go sometime.
That guy at Forrest Galante was there, and we were talking about Arapaima.
He's cool. He's really cool.
And
He's not a virgin.
he was like,
I don't
there
think.
was this one kid who got knocked out by an Arapaima. Like, how stupid is that?
Said
And I was
that
like,
to you?
yeah, and I'm like, yeah, that's funny. He's in the other room, like right next to us, and he was like, you know what video I'm talking about? I'm like, yeah, and he was like, that was real, and I was like,
It's
man.
so funny because that's.
I also find it insane.
I'm like, man, really? Like,
I know. That's what I'm saying. Like when on Joe Rogan's podcast, I sound like a nerd. JRE, dude, just call it Rogan's podcast. When
well, you
he-
came back out
Oh, that's
smiling.
why you said JRE and then I said Rogan. I didn't even know what JRE was, dude.
Me either.
on Joe Rogan's podcast. Yeah, on Rogan's podcast. when he was talking about it, they were critiquing it as if like you're such a idiot for doing this.
Yeah.
You had
Little did Joe know it was fake.
It was the intention. Like
was
that
the-
was the.
But
It wasn't even fake, dog. I never did it for TikTok. I didn't do it for the video I got.
But what's
I did it for a YouTube video that was supposed to be the outro of me just falling and they were going to end the video.
But the point I'm trying to make though is these are people that we very much look to for actual, like not even unbiased, but like truthful information or like facts. And here are people breaking down this video that us in this room right now know that it was a setup scenario.
Yeah.
And they're like, I can't believe he got knocked out. Like what an idiot.
I still
First
have
of all, you're not an idiot.
This video is years old at this point.
I know.
Yeah.
I still have people that tell me, is it real or fake? Or they just find it and they follow it. Like my TikTok
It
will
looks
forever.
very convincing. I thought it was real actually when I first saw it, but then I also was like, no way. I'm like, I didn't even need to ask anyone. I was like, I know, but I was like, that's beautiful.
My mom
at the same
brought
time, I was
video
like,
up the other day. She was watching like a fail compilation,
Yeah.
and that came up, and she was like, "Yeah, I saw Paul the other day while we were watching this
On
with
the fail
Brinley on the
compilation.
TV."
That's hilarious.
And I was like, "Yeah," and she was like, "Did he really?" I was like, "No, what the?"
I was at Ale House eating food, and I just look up with my friends, and they're all just pointing. It's me to get knocked out by a fish on the TV. And I'm like, dude, Fail Army got it. Never,
no, it
never
was-
told me.
It was everywhere.
Never, where, dude, what?
That's
Everyone
another
got
incredible
it
thing,
and
too. Like
posted
your
it.
proprietary content just kind of got.
Ridiculousness.
Poured out
It
a
was on
little bit.
ridiculousness.
Does it really?
Yeah.
Was it Rob Deere?
Yeah,
Rob.
Rob
Rob
Deerdeck
Dyrdek.
was talking about
So
it. too.
nobody reached out to you.
Dude, no, Rob Deerdeck's team did.
Oh,
That was the only
that's actually
team.
crazy.
That was the only team that
But they
reached
have
out.
to cross
I
the
was a
T's and
little
dot the
butthurt
I's.
about Joe Rogan not saying a single thing about me. He said some random ass dude.
Yeah.
It was not even the dude's video. Not even the dude. And he mentioned that dude that he found the video
You
on.
also
I'm like,
very much made it seem like you were an idiot for playing with fire.
yeah, let alone blessing just for him to, he's a legend. So
No,
the
he-
fact that he made a
It is,
video
but
on
dude,
that.
you can be critical
is-
with anyone, no matter how famous or like
Yeah.
you
That
know.
was funny. It
But
didn't
it-
even,
but it's funny.
Didn't even give you a slight bit.
No,
of
not
like,
even
Hey, this kid.
No.
Hey, Paul Cuffaro. After doing
He goes,
some
this kid's got a
research-
glass jaw. I'm like,
Yeah.
all right, I'll take
That's good
anything.
enough. That's good enough.
Actually, I figured out from my dad told me. And my dad listens to all his stuff.
Really.
My dad was like, are you kidding me? You're on Joe Rogan. I'm like, who?
Dude,
Oh my God, Joe Rogan, because it had to
do you
click.
think? Do you think?
I don't watch podcasts. I never watch podcasts.
I
So
do.
like to me, I was like, I know the name, right?
I think I heard it in a
from
clip.
like UFC.
Mm-hmm.
So like I knew the name, and then I was like, dude, that's a massive podcast.
It was number one, I think.
He
Right?
is definitely number
Yeah.
one
Yeah.
Yeah.
for sure. And then that clicked, and ever since then, I've always watched some of his stuff. But cool guy.
Yeah. Very cool. I mean, like, hey, listen, good publicity's.
Bad
All,
publicity is good
all
publicity.
publicity is good publicity.
Yeah. Thank you guys.
Yeah.
Even though it wasn't really
Glad that
bad, it was
helped.
always
Trying
good
that
stuff.
one in.
Anyway, what do you have planned when you're here in Florida today,
Oh, you
or tomorrow, next day?
uh,
How long are you here for?
we're gonna be here till the 21st.
Wow,
Yeah, we're just do you guys say like bowling down here? Do you guys say bowling?
bowling.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We're cool.
No.
We're cooling and bowling.
Nice. We are just straight up chilling for the most part. Probably just fishing, dicking around. One thing I want to do is I've always wanted to check
You want to
out
go bowling? Oh my gosh.
bowling.
Yeah.
Do you like bowling?
Oh, I thought that's what you were gonna say.
No, I don't want to go
That didn't
bowling.
go the way I
I
thought
want
it
to
was.
check out your facility though,
Yeah, yeah.
and
Well,
that was one thing I want to tick off my list, my bucket list.
bucket list of things to do in Florida, huh?
That's pretty dope. Yeah.
That's what I like.
So just, I mean, dude, for the most part, just get the fuck out of Texas for a little bit. If I'm being completely
I
honest.
don't-
It's the
s-
weather, bro. That
I'm not
makes
gonna
everyone
lie,
wanna
dude.
leave.
I straight up, and I don't mean this in a mean way.
Go ahead.
I truthfully do not understand. I don't understand
Yeah.
how people live in Texas.
Well, here's
yes,
the thing.
when I first started going there, I was like, if I could live anywhere else, I can live in Texas.
Here-
Like, this
we're-
place is cool. Houses are cheap. Good bang for your buck.
Ow.
It's got, expensive, expensive. It's got like the heat, and it's got cold sometimes, it's got good weather. I'm like, this is cool. And then like I'm there for like, and I'm like, dude, the weather's ass. Like 24/7, it's cloudy.
Windy.
It's cloudy, windy, 24/7. The window.
not completely true.
No, it's only when you're there,
Yeah.
bro.
Why is
like
that?
this whole other like, bro, it'll go being sunny without clouds coming in the sky for like 3 months, like, and it'll be super nice outside.
Yeah.
Like, not a lot. It is perfect, but most of the times you've come,
It's
it's either
shit.
been pouring rain, you've been snowed in and missed your flights, which is rare, and
Yeah.
that's the weather you
Were you
always
born in
meet
Florida?
when you come.
No, New York.
Okay.
I mean, I was
I was
born.
gonna
Bring
say-
it with you. It's the same concept with the fish.
I was
whenever
born
you go
in
out
New
to
York.
film.
I was raised there for like 5 years, I think.
Got the
And
out of there.
And then we moved out of there for
Yeah.
my dad's job, and none of us looked back once. I
Well,
mean,
that's
this,
the thing. So I will say the reason why I like Texas because I was born in the Midwest. So coming from the Midwest.
But when you
it
come
is
from the Midwest and come
such-
here,
Well, yeah, come here. I like it here. I have a few qualms, but I was telling Caleb that I was like, there's a couple places where I think I could probably hunker down in Florida. But my thing is like, storm comes through, and gets rocked. Like houses get rocked, property gets rocked.
tornado.
I get a leak in my faucet, and it just ruins my week. We don't get tornadoes, but that shit dodges us, man. The narrow, like, dude, tornadoes go right past the
But
house.
you're talking in Texas. That happens to
He's
you.
talking about here. He's
No,
like,
I'm talking about
oh,
the reason why I
hurricanes
don't.
will
I don't think I
literally
can live
That's
here.
why you don't come here.
I don't live here. That's one of the reasons why I'm not. Or I guess I wouldn't entertain the idea of living here. And furthermore, if you live in the Midwest, Texas is good enough. Like Texas is good.
Yeah.
Like and this is just where I landed too. So and then once you build up a comfort for a certain place, it's hard to switch up.
yeah, that's
But I don't disagree with you. There are times where I'm like, what the is wrong with Texas? Well, especially right now.
Oh, yeah, there's plenty of times.
We
Like
had
this
a
whole last
tornado.
week.
Yeah,
It's been like
tornado
that.
2 days ago. It was 70 degrees before that. It's going to be 14 degrees on the 22nd. I mean, just in that 20 seconds within like a week from now. So I mean, it is pretty fucked. We don't have to worry about hurricanes unless you live in Houston, but you've got more problems than hurricanes if you're living in Houston.
Yeah.
I was about to say you really don't like worry about tornadoes until.
But Jesus
I would say
Christ,
you really
bro.
don't have to worry about tornadoes in
H-Town
Texas.
represent my boys. No,
but,
I'm just kidding.
But one
He-
almost just took out John's house.
didn't bother me one bit. Just jump in the bathtub and just you're fine.
Yeah, you said it blew over a trash can.
That's all it did for
That's
me.
all
And
it
it wiped
did.
out a discount tower just a couple miles down the road. So
Mhm.
not my problem. I don't shop there. I'm just kidding. I'm a little harsh. I think though, I like where I'm at now. I mean, it would be cool to go to Florida or live in and I'm not married to Texas. It'd be fun. I mean, you even said you thought about getting down here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I've been thinking about it.
I
for a
can't
while.
believe he hasn't yet. I'll be honest with you. It's crazy the amount you're here. It makes more sense for him to have a house here because Texas he already has a home.
Right.
So like if you want to go home, you just pop in. You still got your room and your house there, and you're here more often than there. So just come here and live here.
Well, I think it was a big thing with. Remember, I was working with Amanda on trying to get a house.
Oh,
for
it's
a
just the
while here.
cost, bro.
It was. I was like ready to the point to buy where I finally found one. I mean, I had all the pre-approvals and the market. Just, I mean, there's no point.
Why did it
buying
do that?
a-
Why did the market do that?
That's a good question.
Because you were
So,
thinking about buying. Yeah.
That's it. That's
Kinda
it.
like, hey, I'm thinking about filming a Disney video. No, you're not.
No,
Not today.
you're
You're
not.
not. You're thinking about buying a house.
Do you think you can
No,
come
you're
to
not.
Texas? The weather says no.
Yeah,
No.
the real estate here is insane.
Yeah. Although,
It's
like I said, I found a bunch of places over in Port St. Lucie. I hate the fact that like over by Okeechobee, it's so cheap, and like they're starting to build stuff. But
Mm.
I don't want to go over to Okeechobee,
Yeah.
bro. Like I'm not
Like, do
going
you
there.
think your cousin's cute?
I
gonna say, I
if
think
I
you
would live
have to
there
if
for
you're
at
gonna
least a
live in
month,
Okeechobee.
I'd be
Yeah.
thinking that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You gotta look at your cousin a different way if you're going over to Okeechobee.
Mhm.
That's a
You
different.
probably would. You only got so much to look at out there.
Yeah, you got what sugar cane,
Sugar canes and
Alligators.
alligators.
big
Yeah.
lake right now that's not fishing
Catfish.
very good. Catfish.
You get some big old blue catfish out
Is
there.
Okeechobee fishing good?
Okeechobee. What's
Oke-
up?
Is Okeechobee
Okeechobee.
fishing good at all?
That's the real Florida right
think so.
there. That's like OG Florida. You drive through there, you're like, okay, this is how Jupiter used to look until
That's
rich people
nuts.
came in
Yeah, that's
and
crazy.
absolutely obliterated this place.
Dude, speaking of rich folks and houses, the mansions they have within Disney, like we
They have
saw a
mansions
couple.
in Disney.
Oh my! Like
Think about it. All these
One-
rich people that have like yearly passes there,
Uh-huh.
they're so rich they might as well buy a house in the place so they can
Yeah,
stay
but
at their own house.
I get that.
and then rent it when they're not there.
I get the houses because I've seen the houses in there. That's one thing. I'm talking about 20,000 square foot
Okay, that's
Okay, that's
compounds.
bro,
We fished a golf course,
unbelievable.
and edging on the golf course, 4 homes actually, the biggest homes I've probably ever seen. Like literally the biggest home. Like the whole thing's glass, 3 stories in
Yeah,
Florida.
there's
That's
no-
kind of crazy.
I mean, I would do it on the water. If I had the money, I'd have a house on the water just like
Right
that.
there, right in the
Yeah, and
hurricane
the front
alley.
yard would be
That's
two
what I don't get. Why?
The front yard would be 2 acres.
When
and
you be
it'd be
worried about getting
straight
your rocked? You're talking about freshwater or saltwater?
He's talking about saltwater.
I'm talking about salt ocean.
Bro, the ocean is rising, right?
So you dip.
What? But then the real estate's
Your house.
you can't dip. You can't sell it to some other guy. Hey, man, listen.
Storm
know-
surge comes, absolutely schwacks your
5
shit.
years ago, it was prime real estate for shoreline experience, but now the shoreline's in the living room.
No, but you have to understand that the storm surge is going to absolutely, your home. But when the storm goes away, that tide's it's gonna go right back down. It's gonna get all pulled
But your
back
home's
out.
isn't it?
you then
Yes, but that's
you got
you're-
ladyfish
one,
and
you're rich
bull
as
shark.
You are so gosh darn rich if you're living on the ocean here in Jupiter.
You don't think it even matters? Like some guy gets a call, it's
Dude,
like,
dude,
"Hey
just a
Bill, hey
major
Bill,
Let me,
you're."
let me
inconvenience.
just put it into example, okay? The amount of money these guys have.
Of course, they was.
These houses are $30 million.
That's
They were
it?
buying. No.
just
These, that's the low end. 30 million.
God,
They'll
dude.
buy those, smack them down, and spend like 80 and build a new one. That's like 60,000 square feet. I was in a 130,000 square foot home.
How is that possible?
Dog,
In
I
the United
swear.
States?
What was it? What was it?
in
The capital?
Jupiter, in Jupiter, I swear. I went in there for a meeting, and I was like, I pulled up. My car looked this big in the front.
Do you have to get GPS? to
My
get to the-
car looked that big. It was a castle, dude.
Did
I
they have
walk in-
roads inside the house?
Yeah, there's a whole like maintenance crew. I walk in, I make a
Parking
right.
lot.
So far down, it's black. The hallway just turns black.
130.
And you look left, and it's so big that you look left, and it's all the way down, and it just disappears. And that's every single room has 5 to
Wow.
6 more rooms. And you walk in, you're like, okay, why? Okay, let me go to the
community
next.
center.
Okay, why? Like there's literally, I think there was like 90 bedrooms.
This guy's got like how many kids? 40.
Yeah, I think he had 4 kids,
Oh, that's
Yeah.
that's chill for all their
And
friends.
occasionally loses
and it's
the
not
third.
even his main house.
Oh my.
Oh, that's
Yeah.
nice. Well, so say like what about a $2 or $3 million house on the water, right? Because then you're not. I mean, you're rich, but you're not like.
2 to 3 million. Yeah, like your house is gonna get absolutely schwacked, and you hope that insurance doesn't go bankrupt. That's about all you could hope for.
I'm sure that happens all the time, especially with this last one.
Yeah, but these houses have been here for how many decades? Nothing's ever.
You still haven't
happened.
sold me on this. It stresses me out. Just knowing that like one day my beautiful home that I built,
I put so much
that
effort
I
and
put
work
so much
into.
time and effort in, wind and rain comes through,
Yeah, I mean, I totally get
and
it.
the ocean's
says
like,
no.
you're not doing this today.
We're here, we'll get really, really bad flooding, but we won't get storm surge this far west.
Did you see the
Storm surge is what you got to worry about. It's straight gust of windy
Right.
salt
Yeah, it's
water
wind of just absolutely
flying into your
annihilating.
house.
incredibly old news? But did you see the McLaren P1?
Yeah, that was in Naples.
Yeah, the guy bought it a week before the storm.
He's also I don't know if he's watching because God,
That's fine. I mean,
internet's
he
insane.
knows it.
He's a idiot.
Yeah.
Bro,
Like,
I saw that on Instagram.
let me just be honest here. I live in a townhouse by the ocean where storm surge will hit. You get notifications. Trust me, it's technology. It's 2022. You get notifications that a storm is coming.
Well, hang on.
You have a
Paul.
$2 million P1 McLaren in your garage and a Rolls Royce Wraith, whatever it was.
You're being a little harsh. What if he was in maybe he was held up in an important business meeting in Dubai? Maybe
That's what it would have been.
he forgot to take his phone
All
off
I know
airplane
is
mode.
we live in Florida. There's plenty of parking garages that are made
Harry,
out of
your
straight.
P1 is underwater. He's not
concrete.
getting the text.
Bring the thing up 4 levels in a straight concrete parking garage. You're good. $2 million saved.
Hang on. Let's give this guy the benefit of the doubt here.
Maybe he was moving his other P1, and
Oh,
that's
that was
why.
definitely his only P1. There's not very many of those.
Yeah.
Yeah, maybe he had his other one, and he was more focused on that. It was like, I got 2. I don't got to
It's
worry
such a
about
beautiful car too.
That's my favorite. That's
You know what
probably
I'm
one of my
really
favorite
surprised
cars.
about while we're on the hurricane topic is that
Sure.
there wasn't more like stealing and
Looting.
yeah, looting.
Well,
That would
that's
be my
because it's
full
Florida.
force. Like,
I think that's because it's Florida.
dude, even with the
and-
McLaren, there must have been people watching it at all times. Because like you pop a rim off that thing and it takes 3 seconds to pop a rim off, and you got guap 4 McLaren stock P1 rims, wheels they call it. You
Yeah.
know, like you're bulling.
Was that a thing during
I
Katrina?
feel
Was
like
was
if
there a
those
lot
are
of- was
posted
there a
on
lot of
Facebook
looting?
Marketplace,
Yeah.
people will know
fuck?
you took that.
Yeah.
That is weird. I don't know. I didn't see too much. I did see people.
Dude, a $2 million car was sitting in the middle of a lot and no one touched it.
That is pretty weird.
You could pop a mirror off that and
I
make
might even
$5
thought
grand.
about doing that, and I don't need that. I just might have just been like, I might just take the side mirror of the P1
Yeah, dude,
Could
that's
that be
five,
like
that's at
insurance
least 5-10
just to
grand.
have it. No, probably. Yeah, no, at least.
Couldn't that be like insurance fraud almost? If,
Well, no,
if-
that
I mean,
that's
you're
such a
get-
weird
you're
situation.
screwed no matter
you
what
know?
if you get caught.
Well,
But I'm
here-
saying like the Koenigsegg mirror, for instance,
I don't
think it's a
even wanna know.
Pagani. That's what it is. A Pagani mirror, the little thin with the mirror on it.
Yeah,
Like,
it's Pagani.
one of my buddies has a shop that a bunch of high-end cars are kept at, and just the mirror is $70K.
Yeah, well, that's like a
light
$3.2
work.
million car.
That's a $2 million car.
Yeah.
So put it in perspective,
Yeah.
I'd be finessing
it's
mirrors.
at least 10K.
So basically, for all of you who walk past that car, you missed out on a beautiful opportunity. You could have parted the shit out of it. People probably thought that's a weird-looking Corvette.
yeah,
Most people were like, "That's a wet-looking Corvette."
it's unfortunate, but
It is unfortunate. I mean, people don't know don't know. I mean, a lot of folks don't know how much a car. Like people just see a nice car and like, oh, that's beautiful. It's they just assume it's a fancy car, but they don't really know.
That's $2 million.
How much the rarity of it.
Yeah, exactly.
How it is a limited model and how the f do we get on this topic? But
I don't know.
that's incredible.
Hurricanes.
We're talking about hurricanes
Cars.
and idiots with their money.
But you said you had some more stories, right, John? We were talking about that before the pod.
No, that was it. I mean, I mixed up Linda with Paul and Paul with Linda.
Okay.
We got rained on today, which
We were
sucks.
talking about going to film with other people podcasting down in
Yeah,
Miami.
who are you trying to get? Curious.
Dude,
You both keep smiling when I say that, so you got someone in your head.
Well, we had an idea
Who?
of someone.
dude, this might sound nuts, but the guy that, we can't, I mean.
You got it.
Well, we can't, but the thing is, I can't say who it is because you want to keep it incognito, correct?
Well, we don't really
We
have
could just bleep it out.
Yeah.
to. We tried that.
Oh, right. Yeah, that didn't really work. But
Yes.
that is someone that we want on the podcast.
So we would like to get him on.
That's honestly so freaking fire.
He likes it.
Thinking about it.
You think it would be a good idea to have him
around
on?
with the idea. And again, I'm not. I was telling Caleb in the car this. I'm like,
You don't want to put him on a podcast with Brenten, though.
we get-
Brenten would just sit there and toast him.
no, it'd be a very open. No, it would be.
I'm not open-minded.
Shut up.
Yeah, Brenton.
Hang on. Give me a second.
You put me with him, I'll be like, all right, I'm a little more, laid back.
It would. You guys would get along probably great.
Yeah,
probably
you would. Yeah.
You'd
yeah.
find that you'd have a lot in common.
Yeah, you guys would be best friends. Way more than me and you. By the time that's over.
Go. Continue. I'll let you finish. I'll let you keep going.
I'm just kidding. But do you think that this is going to be a scenario in which he reaches out to you and says, "Hey, listen, I don't like what you're saying about me. It's not very nice."
I don't know because
If he says that to who?
To Brenton, because
To Brenten? I
Yeah.
mean, I would hope Brenten would not give a flying.
oh no,
no, I would be so I would be so disrespectful.
Would you?
And with all intent, actually. Like
The word hate's very strong, right?
That's okay. We can say.
I don't
it.
hate him.
I'm just
I don't
kidding.
hate him.
Exactly.
I don't hate him.
We don't hate him.
He's a good kid.
He's a young kid. He's killing it. He's absolutely killing it. But the problem is what he's doing will lead to. That's the problem.
Problems.
Well, no, what he's doing will lead to us not being able to keep a damn red-tailed catfish.
That's what I'm saying. Problems.
Yes.
Problems. I'm
Like,
using
I don't
very
even hate him necessarily. I just hate what he's doing because of what if it's going to cause.
No.
Let's just say poor execution.
Very poor execution.
Let's be on the more.
The problem is people freaking believe it. That's the problem.
The issue.
Okay.
We were talking about that. The thing is,
Right.
he's
That's the main
lying.
problem.
And
No, well, the thing is, I was sending you. Well, hang on, Brenton. I don't want you to twist my words a little bit. Dude, I had no idea about this channel or any of the beef until you brought it up. And normally I wouldn't give a f, but the way you just unraveled it was like
I did a good execution, right?
I'm like, when are we calling Netflix up, dog?
Bro, right? Like I had it in the bag.
And then-
it came
and then
with the
you-
tea.
Brendan's been plotting. He's like,
Dude,
something's got to happen, dude.
I don't know. Like it just infuriated me for some odd reason.
You
and
don't say.
I know other people who've done it, and I just like I didn't seem to care. I
Yeah.
cared this time, like
Nice.
so much. And maybe it's because he's so. I can't say that.
Go ahead.
So
I'll say
his
it with you.
videos make me. They're so annoying, bro. Like I watch
You got to
it.
be careful. You don't want to be too critical.
No.
The substance of the video is one thing, but it's the it's the effect of the cause.
Yeah.
It's what's the wake that he's leaving is probably gonna a lot of
Because
people
YouTube at the
over.
end of the day it's
That's how I'm
entertainment,
invested.
and you can entertain in any way possible. You could do it in different ways. Now, the consequences that are going to come out of this is what everyone's worried about.
That's the thing. The way it's annoying me is the way he's going about
Sure, dude.
lying
Yeah.
throughout all of the video. And you can, because now I
You should
know.
save this for that podcast.
That's what I'm saying. I can
We're
I
getting
can
in
tell.
depth.
Oh, that's what's up, baby. How
Eh,
deep?
Especially, I mean, you were talking about the lobster one, and I
Mhm.
was just like
I also love the use of. I know maybe you guys
Use-
have done the
use
same
of-
thing, but I love the use of lobster. That is so generously thrown around when talking about crawfish. I fucking love that.
Oh, yeah. Yeah,
It's
lobster,
like-
crawfish.
It's like blue whale and it's a guppy, or like a blue tuna and it's a tetra or some shit like that. I don't know. I
Carpet Croaker is Brenton's favorite.
Yeah.
Carpet croaker.
Carpet croaker. Ever seen one of those?
No.
If you guys all take a look on YouTube, look up large nose carpet croaker. Pleasant video will come up. And dude, I fished my ass off to try and catch one of these things. And I had to
have you
hook
tried
up.
checking out some adjacent neighboring drainage ditches? Because it seems like there's a lot of crazy coming out of those.
Yeah, for some odd reason, like people are finding albino plecos in there and all of that stuff in those drainage ditches.
You guys need to get this kid on the podcast. I was gonna say, just people are probably like, Paul's got Crown Royal. I almost say Crown Loyal. I don't. That's not mine.
You did have Crown Roll until
Yeah,
until
I just
came
buy
over.
alcohol and keep it at the house for guests.
That's. I wish I could have that capability, bro.
I
It doesn't
swear.
John
last
could
long
not do
enough,
that.
man.
Ask him.
Oh,
I have a whole thing of alcohol up top. My mom and dad come over. You come over. John comes over.
if you had to pick a poison, though, what would it be?
If I had to,
Yeah,
I like mixed drinks. I'm a big fan of mixed drinks, like
cool.
vodka Sprite.
You ever had Big Red?
Red Bull.
One of these days. One of
some
these
Red
days.
Bull rum.
You ever had Big Red? You ever had
That's that
John?
soda shit, that red stuff.
Disgusting.
Dude, nasty as hell.
That's a lie. Don't lie.
Tastes like a
Don't lie to
melted-
them. Don't lie to them.
Tastes like a.
Taste it and you liked it.
No, I didn't.
No,
I was like,
that-
it's okay.
See, don't lie. And
The
make me look
the
bad
red
here.
stuff you always drink.
I went through
It
so
tastes-
much
it
to get you
tasted like
that.
somebody's put a
Man would
stick of
he would buy
licorice.
12 packs on Amazon to deliver before he got here,
I did
so
do
that he
that.
had them while he was
You're gonna
here.
bust a gut, dog.
I did do that.
You know what?
It's 3 Red Bulls per day.
Sugar free?
No,
Your
full
guts-
coconut Red Bulls, full.
My doctor thought I was diabetic, so she recommended I get more sugar. Red Bull was the way to
No
go.
way.
Yeah,
Really?
no, like
He
that.
has an obsession. It's bad. We saw a billboard today
No,
on the
it's a
highway,
health-
and it said,
it's a
"Buy
health
2 Red
thing.
Bulls, get 1 free." This man literally grabbed my shoulder and
over.
pulled the wheel.
Dude,
he was
that
like,
sign
Those
was-
advertisements never work for anyone except in this case when you've got a
"Buy
addict.
2 Red Bulls, get 1 free."
Bro, Paul pointed out the sign though, and that was
I did
messed
point
up.
out the sign.
And he was like, "Dude, that's a good deal." And I was like, "That's that exit." And of course we went.
Saved $2.69.
Yeah, good
Yeah.
excuse to pull over and just pump your system.
We pulled to
full
the
of
wrong gas
caffeine.
station. There was no deals, so we ended up just buying them.
Yeah, that, that did
It's
happen.
not even for the
No,
gas station.
the billboard never worked. It was a Wawa. The billboard was a racetrack.
The gas station's been f***ing foreclosed for years
Yeah.
now.
It was an old billboard they accidentally threw in there from like
Yeah.
1997.
Do you ever get tired of hanging out with Brenton, or
Brenton, no.
you can be honest?
I am brutally honest here. No, and I'll tell you exactly why. Because
How?
I'm so much more mellow than him
Mhm.
that having him around gets me
do, you,
hyped.
s- do you see me? I'm pretty. Mellow.
You ever seen my videos and then watch Brenton's? The way I act in Brenton's compared to the way
I've
I
seen
act
your
in
videos.
mine?
I
People
won't show you
love the way
Brennan's
Paul
yet.
acts in.
Yeah, I
in
see
my
comments
videos.
like Paul's way cooler when he's in Brenton's videos. I'm like,
Oh.
no, I'm just kidding. I just like in Brenton's videos, I like to be
I gotta bring it out of you.
like in my
It's
videos
fun.
I'm totally myself in my videos. I'm like very neutral, just like I'm educating. I'm
Right.
like having fun, like. But I'm not like
You're-
I
well,
have some moments where I'm like,
You're
"Ah," and I do some crazy. But like in his videos, he's so hyped that I have to match his energy,
Right.
or else I look like a bum.
So that's healthy.
Yeah.
Huh.
So then when he's around, it's also great for my content because he hypes my content up. So we benefit each other with content, and then obviously hanging around each other, it's great as well. You have someone with the same motivation
See, I
around.
haven't found that chemistry yet with Brenton.
That was
Um,
up. That's what that was.
I don't know if he acts different around you or not, but he usually when we get together.
What makes you not like Brenton as much as you should?
Damn,
Oh,
this is a
you're-
topic.
Hang on, we're putting words in each other's mouths. I never said I didn't like Brenton.
You hate Brenton.
Yeah, I hate him.
Damn.
Yeah, if you could be a little bit more aggressive. No, I'm just kidding. I don't Brent, I don't hate you, dude.
Brenton, we love you, bud.
I actually find that
Thanks, Paul.
some of the
Yeah.
best moments that I have with Brenton are off camera. So it's quite the opposite. So
Really?
usually when we're filming, I'm not capable of matching his energy because it's too much.
Yeah.
I might honestly even be more mellow than you, but not in the good sense. I'm just
Sad.
very chill. I'm like, there's some days I'm just
Oh.
like it took a lot of work to get up
Yeah.
and get up and going. But the funniest fucking moments is usually when we're in the truck,
Mm-hmm.
or if the cameras are off. Like I'll intentionally turn the camera off so it can be funny.
Yeah.
almost. Which is not
Like
good.
when we were fishing, it was like the cameras never came on because it was just.
Well, I was rolling, but we were fishing an off-limit zone. I'm like, the whole time, I'm like, dude, my viewers are gonna see. I mean, think about doing something illegal in your world of YouTube, and you're just Brenton's trying to like, oh, let's do this, and you're like, I can't film this right
Yeah.
now. Like a drainage ditch, whatever. I hate using that as an example. And we're beating a dead horse, right, Brendan? We're gonna
We're
drop
good.
this whole subject eventually.
We're good.
Okay.
Drainage ditch that you may or may not find albino plecos in. One of those. Is that what you're talking about?
But basically, look at that, it's empty. But basically, he was trying to get me to fish like a completely off-limit legal zone, and the people who watch my videos are they're intuitive. They know exactly. Like I mean, I could blur out the background of where I'm fishing. They'll just like that. They'll know exactly where I'm at. So I wasn't recording for that reason. So you were trying to take me to some place I literally could not make a video, although there was fish there.
I thought
so
we were
I
just
was
having
conflicted.
fun.
I mean, it's a conflicting situation because here I am here to catch fish and film a fishing video, but
we still caught a bunch of fish outside of.
no, not really.
We caught 20 bass.
Outside of the off-limit zone, absolutely not. As soon as we crossed the buoys, we caught a ton.
Really?
Yeah, we caught like maybe 2 fish in the main lake.
Yeah, we really messed them up there, didn't we?
We fucked them up when we got into areas where we weren't allowed to fish.
Yeah.
You know what's so crazy is how fast time goes when you're just sitting here chatting.
Just chilling.
How long has it been? 54
Yeah, it just moves, bro.
minutes,
Yeah.
bro.
Yeah.
That's
I mean-
insane. Brenton, shut up. Don't even.
No.
I saw it coming off the tip of your tongue.
I got it.
Let it fly, son. What do you got?
Thank you. So I was going to ask you one about peacock fishing, because I mentioned how I wanted to peacock fish while you were here, because you leave tomorrow, so I unfortunately won't be with you for a period of time, which normally I get anxiety when that happens.
I'm here to fill in.
But John's going to take that gap. Doesn't normally help, but yeah, we're going to go fishing, and we wanted to go catch some peacocks. So I was going to ask you on some recommended spots.
Oh yeah. So
Just
you're
about
gonna want to
fucking
go
anywhere.
to.
If you could tell it to the camera.
You want me to tell the spots? Like
Yeah,
for real?
that's fine.
Yeah.
Yeah, or just to me. I mean, it doesn't matter.
Because it's a terrible thing to talk about on the podcast. Hey, what are your favorite secret spots that you
Yeah.
only
Is it like south, or is there like a specific pond or something that we could?
So south, and it's called.
sounds super private. Can't wait to go.
It is private, but you just walk in the front, and there's a parking lot in the front. You park to the parking lot in the front, and you walk around the back. The front, there's a lake in the front. You park in the front parking lot, walk the lake into the neighborhood. They won't say anything. And then there's big culvers that are throughout the whole neighborhood.
Got us a spot.
that you just throw the freaking live bait onto, and it's game.
I don't have any live bait.
Oh, I got that.
I got a spot. I'm not saying
Don't
that
say
spot.
that.
That spot I'm not saying.
Oh, for cast netting?
Yes.
Oh, I gotcha.
And there's unlimited peacock bass, so.
No lures, though, huh?
I mean, you can definitely catch them on lures, but are you trying to catch fish or not? You want a video? You want a video, John?
You got me there. Yeah, I do want a video.
Throw
Wow.
live bait.
Yeah, you did get 'em.
Gotcha.
They go down into the culvert or down to the bottom.
What are they? They're not spawning right now, are they? It's too,
No.
No, it's too cold.
When did they spawn here?
They
They
spawn, like,
spawn
5
so much
times.
earlier
Yeah,
than.
it's a bunch of times per year.
Yeah, it's multiple times.
That's crazy.
I think it's just when, like, you know,
You
if
have
you were
one, how do you
to
not
if
know
you were to be
this, dude?
walking around a mall
Shut
and you're
up.
single, right? Summer Rae walks by.
Whoa.
You're spawning.
Where are we? Oh.
So I think that's what they do. They just swim.
Got lost
They
for a
see each
second.
other like, damn, she's fine, you know. And then
Do you think fish do that? Do you think fish?
I don't know. I don't know how that works.
I think
You know,
they
it's
do.
probably a time
I
of
think they
year
do.
that spices them up a little bit, and then they.
So there's just periods of time where like I just have zero interest in having sex. But then there's like, then it's like, oh, a moon comes. Oh, it's a full moon. Oh, it's 64
Time
degrees.
to clap.
I want to have sex. Like, what is that? We must have a little bit of that in us, right?
We must be fish.
Fall comes
You don't
around.
ever
You
get
feel
that?
a little. What?
You don't ever get that?
Full moon? No, usually I'm out in the lake. Well, I appreciate you guys sticking through this one, and
It's starting to rain.
We didn't throw any heat at anybody as much this episode. So
what the fuck are you talking about, dude?
I feel like we went pretty
You
solid.
you now have, and maybe myself too, have a huge red target on your
Oh
back.
yeah. You just darted the whole squad.
Yeah, the whole squad of them, huh?
Oh, man.
Yeah, I'd love to see what they're gonna do. In all seriousness, though, this he
You
probably
end this one. I've been
he
ending the last
probably is a good kid. He probably is. I mean, it's just. I mean, the whole.
Brenton, this is an outro to the podcast.
I'm sorry, guys.
Not another 10-minute segment to talk about this topic, bro.
No, if you have
Oh
to
my
listen
God.
to us on, it'd be Apple and Spotify. I guess are our
That's it.
main our
Yeah.
main places right now,
Or
and
watch us
YouTube.
on Tube.
Yeah, I mean, it's a great episode to stream in the car. If some of you guys are doing that, I'd love to hear it. That's the best. But we do have an Instagram also, which we need to get a little bit more
Yeah.
on.
Listen, I'll take YouTube if you take Instagram, and I'll
I'll-
worry about uploading these podcasts to.
I'll go full Instagram
Okay.
Yeah,
Think we
I'd-
can do that.
because I could upload all
Dude,
the shorts and stuff
if
like
we
that.
can get this every day, every Monday upload schedule going, then we can definitely divide and conquer. I mean,
No, yeah, I say I'll take full Instagram.
yeah,
Don't even worry about it.
amazing. Also, thank you, Paul, for having us
course.
here filming
Yeah,
a podcast.
our first
in your
guest and our
humble abode.
second guest.
The first podcast away from home.
First and only guest, it seems like, from now on.
First podcast away from home.
That's pretty dope.
That is also true.
Yeah.
That's a good point.
We just
Yeah,
popped
you
our,
guys are always welcome, man. My home is yours.
Thank
I
you.
appreciate you guys
Yeah.
for coming out.
Takes that literally, though. I'm
Fish building. Well, I tell that to all my friends. Seriously, my friends.
Yeah,
It'll
I
be
took
2 in the
advantage
morning and I
of
get a
it.
phone call. My friends are family, man.
Let's
They hit
hope.
me up. I'm like, come on in, sleep on the 3-person couch. I
Fuck
swear
yeah.
to God, my couch is massive.
Well, you got this now too.
Well, the one
I
inside.
did sleep in here last night.
The one
actually.
inside, Daniel Ford, Jaquan, and Brenten slept on it 2 nights ago.
Y'all got intimate.
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
they were
we got-
tickling toes for sure.
Mm.
But it's a pretty big couch. Anyway, yeah, you guys
Back
are
to
always
the
welcome,
outro.
even if I'm not here. It's
Thank
a
you,
hotel, man.
I appreciate
Hopefully you
that.
guys enjoyed today's episode. Like I said, this is our second guest, which also happened to be our first guest. So maybe
Oh, I'm the same guest as the only other.
you're the only guest that
we-
we've
we-
ever
All right,
had.
so when you're here, you gotta crank them out.
Yes, we
we'll
need
get.
to,
I have the. I got. You know. I'll
we need
hit
to
up.
lure in
Whoever you guys
someone
want,
else.
I'll hit up. Just let me know.
Yeah, we'll lure in someone else. I don't think most people come in naturally. Although
Why not? I mean, as long as you don't talk about whatever his face is, then everyone will want to go on this.
you think so?
Yeah.
You think that?
I think, man, just speak your mind, bro. Be honest to yourself. Be yourself. Express yourself. Remember that song? Express yourself. Peacock's like, don't express yourself, bro. Just know when to fold, dog.
All right, thank you for watching. Click the subscribe button down below. And
Subscribe.
We'll see you on the next one. Peace. Peace.